See, this is why you might find Puff Daddy hang in his cell soon because of this information here. I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kwadash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone who told me this truth. A sincere Shalom Labakarium Shah Yasha Allah. That's peace to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. This is redacted and fair use. I'm gonna let this fly, and he's gonna have somebody up here, that's gonna break down some intricate parts to this whole Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Sean Puffy Combs story, because you know that this guy is not the major player. He has some serious heavy hitters standing behind him, and now their reputation is in jeopardy because once you have people like this, one thing about redacted, another, I would say off the grid, YouTube handles, they're gonna dig behind the story. They're not gonna take what mainstream media giving you. Puff Daddy this, Puff that. No, they're gonna do some digging, and once you start digging and you follow the money trail, you get to see the big guys, and these big guys don't want to be noticed. But for some reason, the elites is making this man take the fall, which in return, you're gonna have people like Universal Records that's behind him and the CEO that's gonna come up in this, and this is a prime example of living in the celebration. And Puff Daddy and people like Puff Daddy then got themselves in the world of shit. We at the end of the world, and the Lord is exposing everything, and you chose to hold hands with your enemy. Everything's a party, everything's a celebration, right? You're making all this money, you're driving fancy cars, you're flying personal jets, you're eating the best foods, you're celebrating in the dating things that Revelations 18 spoke about. But there's a punishment for you receiving your constellation on this side. Now you wait till these bombs get here. Puff gonna spend his time in the cell until this third world's war pop off and our Lord Yahweh Shai come back. This is how it ends. But these elites, they falling from the top. The Lord is exposing everything about this devil, man. This is Sirach 12 verse 10. Never trust thy enemy, Puff Daddy. These people don't love you. Now they're gonna let you take the fall. They probably gonna send some top hitmen in if they feel you're gonna give the feds something, give up their names, and they'll find this nigga dead because he's on high suicide watch right now. So they're already putting it out there that this man is suicidal. All they gotta do is put some drugs in his water. You're gonna get thirsty in there. You're gonna get hungry. That's what they do. They drug you up. Then they send a little hitman in there. Job is done. Walk off. The news is reported Puff Daddy hung himself. He couldn't take the pressure. Everybody gonna believe it because Babylon is leaking. It's leaking, and you Negroes are caught up in some shit with this damn Edomite, man. So it's about to get thick, not just for Puff Daddy, for this place in itself. But this is the Lord bringing down the entertainment world, man. On all levels, the Me Too movement, everything. And who's caught in the forefront? You Israelites, man. From being in the bed with the enemy. So it says, never trust your enemy. Like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness, man. And so iron is for surely going to rust. And for sure, this damn devil is going to turn on you, man.
Trustworthy, yes, and that he should be released on a $50 million bond as part of his... Well, they're calling P. Diddy eminently trustworthy, yes, and that he should be released on a $50 million bond as part of his bail hearing. Eminently trustworthy. Well, we'll see about that. But there are a lot of questions still in this indictment. Are there bigger fish to fry here? There's a lot of holes, a lot of unanswered questions. Someone who's been digging into this very deeply for many, many months is Ian Carroll. Of course, you can follow him on X, on TikTok, and he's been doing an amazing job and amazing journalism digging into this, to all of this and how deeply this goes. So we invited Ian to come on the show and dive a little bit more deeply into all of this. Ian, great to see you today. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Clayton. Great to be back, man.
So I just want to go through pieces of this indictment because Natalie did a great job yesterday deep diving, going through all the pieces of the indictment. But there's a lot. I mean, the indictment describes a pattern of abuse and coercion in all of this, but the full extent of this criminal organization and these alleged activities, we don't know. Who else might be involved in this is still not fully clear. So that's my side of it. What did you make of what's left out of this indictment?
I mean, the glaring hole is that the indictment goes after sort of the bottom of what we learned from the Lil Rod lawsuit. Goes after the guns and the drugs and a lot of the violence on Diddy's level, but notably missing is the name Lucian Grange, the CEO of Universal Music Group.
Now, you heard what he said. You know, and if you know anything about this guy here, Lucian Grange, aka Sir Lucy and Grange, okay? This guy's the CEO of Universal Music Group. And Universal Music Group, they control everything in that area. You understand? And they're owned by BlackRock. So this man is a puppet for the elites, okay? So, of course, they redacted his name out of this indictment. He didn't come up in the news, but Puffy got the information because if you know his history and Puff Daddy is his girlfriend. Yeah, they have sexual relations. And it's known. It's known. It's out there. This ain't secret information. People knew this for years. These are considered one of the big boys in the music industry. Okay? It says, Sir Lucian Grange. Right? Check this out. Born 1960 in North London, right? Got his spouse. Educated Queen Elizabeth School. Now, when you look up this Queen Elizabeth School, it's one of the top-ranking grammar school, all-boy grammar school in London. I think they got about 5 to 7 top-ranking, right? Before you start moving on to a higher education, if you want to go to Cambridge and, you know, I forget the other one. It loses me right now. I think it's Cambridge and Oxford University. So they top educate, okay? And it's a title, CEO of Universal Music Group, okay? That's this guy. Grange, 64, was the third highest paid music executive in 2022, having made a total compensation of 47.3 million euros, which comes up to about $48 million, thanks to a 28.8 million euros, $30.3 million performance bonus, in addition to a base salary of 15.4 million euros, $16.2 million. This was published this May of 2024. So yeah, he's a billionaire. Just put it like that. Okay? So he works for the overlords. And you think that he want this information, people digging him up? You know, if this keeps going on, they're going to have to bring him out. You know, because Puff Daddy, come on, what do you learn about, you know, sex trafficking, man? You know how serious that is? You got to have the FBI involved with that stuff, man. That's not the average millionaire. Just don't get up and have the authority to rent these jets and Puff moving cocaine here, moving cocaine there. You know, this thing goes as deep as the military behind and protecting you, man. We talking high-ranking officials. How you think the elite's allowed to move around? They got the keys to all the doors, and all the doors are locked by what? The court system, right? The lawyers are involved. Your police department is involved. Everybody at the highest level that got the keys to the door to move what they call the bad stuff around are involved. And now they saying Puff been doing this for years. You think he's a mastermind behind this? No, he got guys like this that he's working for, man. And he was paying for all the parties. Them freak offs, he was paying for them. So they gonna follow the money trail. That's why they probably want to shut Puff mouth. This is the reason why you might find Puff Daddy swinging from a cell, man, with some type of Illuminati eye drawn over his bunk inside that prison. Because you know too much. You're connected to these people. And in his mind, Lucian Grange, he thinking the elites done turned on him. Because if Puff go down, he got to take big guys like this down. That's why you got all them executives, everybody resigning now. They want to step back. Because these small hats about to unleash. But let's listen to a little more.
Originally in Lil Rod's lawsuit with alleged clear evidence of him knowing about the parties and funding the parties, but later on through mechanisms of power, he got his name removed from that lawsuit, is my understanding, and now he does not show up in the indictment against Diddy. And that's kind of to be expected because often they'll go after the smaller fish first, but that's the biggest hole in the story because that starts to cut the legs off of going upwards above it.
Oh, so
we're coming to the finish line. We're leading in the polls.
Look at Nero.
We're doing well. But what?
So in that way, then, do you think he's... I said this yesterday on the show, that I feel like he might be the scapegoat here, and that the goal is to try to keep it, stop it with him. Nothing more to see here. Don't go any higher. Don't look at how dirty and deeply this goes. Is that your sense of it?
That's the worry. And I think that right now there's prevailing sentiments on the internet, and the pessimistic sentiment is they're going to cover up all of the connections and not go after the bigger fish and use Diddy as a scapegoat. And that seems likely based on past history, but there is a large optimistic sentiment that they are going after him now and they have arrested him and he may be talking. They denied him bail, allegedly. And so there are people that believe that they're going to get him to talk and to start to add other indictments, add other charges, and start to arrest other people. Time will tell. I'm sure hoping that they go after more and that this is just the start. But it's really hard to say at this point if we have a new justice system or any actual justice in this case, or whether it's just another Epstein 2.0.
Boom. Babylon is done, man.
Should we talk?
Babylon is done. So they got a hit on Diddy's head. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. You can't hide in prison. He probably hiding out for these guys. Said, I'm going to turn myself in because the safest place to be is in police custody right now. This thing is going down. So Babylon is done, man. So everything is coming out. So they're going to dig the hole deeper, and who's behind it? You damn Edomites. But that's what Jake get. You laying in bed with this devil. You want to have fun. You want to celebrate. You want to take this man money. You want to live lavishly. You want to get into his lifestyle. You want to eat like him. You want to behave like him. You want to form his habits. You want to freak off. So this is the punishment. This is the punishment. And now you're going to be judged by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, because this is ultimately judgment. The Lord he tell you, them that's found with them, Isaiah 13, you should be thrust through. And 2/3 of all people, clearly, Puff Daddy is a 2/3. Now the Lord is going to deal with him like he's going to deal with an Edomite. That's why you should be away from your black people at this time, man. Because they don't see shit as hot until it start burning, man. Because all these niggas want to do is party all day. So this is what you get, Puff. This is Ecclesiastes 7 verse 2. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. And every time you saw Puff Daddy, he was partying, he was feasting, having a good time, high energy, love, 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 showing off his mansion, showing off his cars. They got him on camera kissing his mother in the mouth. So you're a mind frame, you got the mind frame of a woman, man. That's what women want to do. Party all day, man. But when you're in the celebration, your guard is down. I'm going to read it in the NLT. Better to spend your time at funerals than at parties, man. But that boy, it was just a party. Miami, LA, New York, Dubai, France, Germany, Russia, London, just, jet setting all over the place, partying. But now you ain't partying, man. After all, everyone dies, so the living shall take it to heart. Sorrow is better than laughter. That was Puff, always laugh. That's our people. You know, you listen to the rap music today, they got the only one, that's why it's called Jacob's Trouble. The main one that's in trouble is Jake, walking around here. The black woman having the time of her life, the Negro man having the time of his life. Even certain nations packing up, they moving back to their country. They know that something is wrong in this place. They know America's done. But not the black man and black woman, and Hispanic man and Hispanic woman, for that matter as well. You still think it's a time of celebration. We came up. And nigga so simple, he asking for reparations, and the dollar is broke. What the white man gonna pay you in these empty Federal Reserve notes? His time is up, and your time is up from joining with this man. Sorrow is better than laughter, for sadness has a refining influence on us. And guess what? Puff Daddy reflecting now. He in that 8x6, 23-hour suicide watch lockdown. Bail denied 2 times. He nigga offered up $100 million and his home in Miami, man. He desperate to get out that damn cell, man. But now he's considering, heavy considering. Right? Sorrow is better than laughter, for sadness has a refining influence on us. A wise person thinks a lot about death, while a fool thinks only about having a good time. And was that not Puff Daddy, man? Just having a good damn time. Love, love, love. Love. Right? That's his nickname. Love, right? Never being serious. So now the Lord got to sit your ass down. And that's going to happen to the 2/3 of our people, as well as Esau. The Lord about to sit y'all down, man. But it's the point right here. Better to be criticized by a wise person than to praise, Salakia, than to be praised by fools. KJV. It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools. And as you go through his category, they ain't talking about taking all bad boy records off the radio, Hot 97, the block, you know, don't tell them how many other stations. Why? Because of their songs, which goes into the Hebrew word here, shayar.
7892, shir.
Shayar, which goes into lyrics, man. Lyrics, songs. And Bad Boy Records and the rest of these labels that's under Universal, man, y'all got charges on y'all for y'all lyrics, man. Y'all helped turn the black woman into the biggest whore on planet Earth. Y'all helped turn the black man into the biggest drug dealer, murderer. Puff and them was all behind this, man. Wu-Tang. I'm from that era, man. I know how hot Bad Boy was when it was flaming. They was taking over rap, R&B. You know, Puff got into restaurants. He had that TV show. I forget the name of that TV show when he made them guys. They had to walk the Brooklyn Bridge for the cheesecake. This man been doing it for 30 years, man. But it was all with that tongue, them lyrics. He was chosen. He was chosen. Now you got to pay the piper, man. So we see it's going down. The Lord's exposing everything. Just wanted to bring that out. You know, so now you got these big guys like this guy here. Now his face is out there because, you know, the digging going to start. You know, he don't want no exposure. He got colleagues he got to answer to. You know, the rabbit hole goes deep. So we got our eyes on this situation. We're going to see how it ends. But it definitely ain't looking good for you, Puff Daddy. That's for sure. You're the small fry in this damn thing, man. But, hey, you may have to take the charges, or they may just put you to death. Giving all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakahak Wadash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Shalom.